tonight's live, I think this is a very interesting one because it has a lot to do with perspective. So this whole idea, and hello, yo, this whole idea of launching a business during the pandemic. Now, for some of you, it has you kind of like, oh my goodness, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? There's so much going on in the world. Should I do it? Maybe I need to stay where I am. It's safer, it's safer, it's safer. But let's just think in over these next few minutes, if you've joined any of my lives, you know I'm usually on here for like 20 minutes. But let's just kind of walk through over these next 20 minutes some of the beneficial things. So some things on the upside of getting going right now. Now, the biggest one, whether you realize it or not, the biggest thing is you now have the opportunity to more easily let go of fear. And if you're thinking like, I don't know how that adds up, Candace, because people are losing their jobs left and right, things are going away, things are that everything is just it's all chaotic. Like, what do you mean let go of fear? I'm in the most scary part or time of my life right now. But let's think about this for a second. So traditionally, you may or you may not carry with you this idea of a job being this secure thing, right? I can't let go of this job because it is my security. I get my paycheck every couple of weeks or every month or however you get paid, and I've got those fantastic benefits. So it is just this secure thing. Well, right now during the pandemic, I'm sure you have seen all around you. Maybe you've been affected yourself. Maybe it's loved ones, maybe it's friends. But that whole notion of job security is eroding away fast. And it is eroded away so quickly in 2020. And so just knowing that when you talk about launching your business, while maybe a year ago, you having that belief about job security, it may have been a little bit harder to kind of be like, oh yeah, but this is comfortable, and I got my benefits and all that good stuff. When you fast forward to 2020, with everything that you see going on, it should be much easier for you to say that if I don't make a move, if I don't get myself together and really put myself in a position where I can have economic independence, wow, what could happen to me, right? What could be? I could be next, or maybe I've experienced it already. So that's one of the big things that I don't think people always realize right now, but you've got a massive acceleration to let go of your fear because that notion of job security is eroding. So that's a big thing. Now, the next thing is that right now in the pandemic, money is everywhere. Literally everywhere. And when I say that, this is what I want you to think about. We had the stimulus that came along. They had talks for another stimulus, and that went back and forth, that type of thing. You had unemployment happening, and for some people, at some point in time, some people were making more money. Literally, some people were getting more money from government-related assistance, whether it was the stimulus or something happened with the unemployment and bonus things and all this other stuff, than they may have been making at a regular job. Or they got a chance to supplement what they were doing at a regular job. Now, I'm going to ask you this question, and don't feel any judgment either way. But when you think about the stimulus, and I don't even remember when it came through or when it hit, but when you think about that, if you were still employed at the time, did you take that opportunity to say, okay, now I have this money, I see the things that are going on, like this would be a perfect time for me to make some type of investment to get myself towards economic independence? If you did, give me a yes in the chat. If you didn't, fine too. Just say, I can do better next time. That's fine as well. But all the money that's floating around makes this a fantastic opportunity to launch out. And not only is it money that may be floating around for you to make your own investment, but think about the folks who could be your potential clients and the money that they have floating around. I see a yes. Janelle, I hear you. Rashida, you must have made your move November 1st. Congratulations. So think about it. So not only for you and your investment, right, but for your potential clients. So they've got money floating around, and not everybody does, right? And I say that to also say you also have to know that not everybody is your potential client. So that doesn't really matter. So the people who do matter, and there are some who have those funds. And so with you not being positioned or readying yourself to be able to launch out and to be able to provide your value in the world, you're missing out on potential money that could be coming your way because you have a solution to a problem they have, but they can't get it solved because maybe they haven't met you yet. Or you're off doing something else and you could be helping them solve their problem. So those are just some of the untapped things. It is very easy, especially if you are, and I know right now is a crazy time because we still don't know who our next president is, but if you all are tightly tuned in to a reality that is being painted for you in the news every day, this happened, jobless claims are this, jobless claims are that, this company is shutting down, that company is shutting down. It is very easy for you to get yourself in a position that's backed into fear. Again, I'm not sure I can do this. No, people aren't really investing. No, it's better for me to just stay right here because you see what's happening to that company. You see what's happening to that company, or this happened to my friend and this and that. Those are other people's realities. So do not allow other people's realities to control your reality. You control what you can control, and your ability to launch a business, your ability to serve others and bring them a solution to a problem that they have, that is within your control. And so you've got the things going on right here, the untapped stuff, right? We should be letting go of job security. We've got government related money, and I didn't even talk about grants. So that's a whole nother thing that's happening. Now, true to life, a lot of the grants and business related grants have to do with people who have been in business for a bit, right? So not necessarily fresh starting out, but there could be some of those floating around there too. Like, our economy is changing, and it has been changing for a long time, right? It's not just 2020. That whole concept of the gig economy, excuse me, guys. That whole concept of the gig economy has been going on for a long time. Basically, hey, I'm not necessarily tied to one job. I may do this thing here. I may do this thing here. I may, serve at this business here, that business there. 2020 has simply accelerated that. And it is such a massive opportunity for you, while there are so many things in flux, for you to look at the pandemic as an advantageous thing for your launch, and to look at it as something that, if you're not taking steps forward and progressing towards it, what are you waiting for? When will there ever be a better time? Job security is out the window, so that's not really one to hold on to, right? When will there be a better time for you to be able to actually establish a foundation that allows you to bring in income for yourself, for your families, within your control? Because everything else, what you see on TV, all these other things that are happening, shutdowns, all this stuff, isn't in your control. So I like personally being on the side of controlling my income and controlling my time. And I am in a household where both my husband and I are entrepreneurs, and we're both full-time entrepreneurs. And it is a different story when you can paint your own reality and you can paint your own world and the things that you want to do, and make them happen versus being at the mercy of, well, I'm gonna go into this job and I'm a little frightened that maybe they're going to let me go, or maybe they're not bringing in enough money, and so my job might be going away. All these things are very real things, but you have to create your own reality, and you have got to jump into this pandemic knowing that, again, you're going to jump into the driver's seat. So if there is anybody on here who is like, okay, I'm jumping into the driver's seat, or I'm already like I'm driving down the road, just drop it in the chat so I know. Because I can get on these rants, and I get on these rants because I am big into economic independence and self-sufficiency. And how do you get to the place where your brilliance and your talent, nobody can take that away from you? What you do with that, what you bring, and how you impact the world, and how you get compensated for what you deliver in the world, nobody should be able to take that away from you. And so this is kind of a serious topic for me. So Janelle, you're driving. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. So that essentially is all that I have for you all. I just want you guys to keep those few things in mind. And just a quick recap for anybody who wasn't on. Quick recap. Those top 3 things. The first thing is it should be more easy for you right now than ever before to be able to let go of your fear and that limiting belief that a job is secure, and allowing that to hold you back because you see it all around you. That is not the truth. Second thing is there is money floating all around you for your investment, whether that is stimulus money coming in, whether that is, overpayments or large payments for unemployment, whether it is relative grants that you are able to jump onto. And then the third thing is that there is money floating all around your potential prospects, which means there is opportunity for your business, and it's about you being able to jump into it and seize the moment and not stand on the sideline. All right, so that's all that I have for you all today. For those of you who did say, yes, reach out, I'm interested, I will be reaching out to you. Sorry, it's been kind of hectic and crazy, but I will be reaching out, and we can chat just a bit more. So I hope you all have an amazing rest of your evening, and I'll talk to you again soon.